welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do something a little bit different and start trying some Disney recipes, and I thought I would film the process for you guys. So today for our inaugural Disney recipe filming, we are going to make
the gray stuff.
As in?
Try the gray stuff, it's delicious.
Don't believe me, ask the dishes. Which
they
they serve at Be Our Guest restaurant in New Fantasyland in the Magic Kingdom. They have a couple of different ways they serve this or have served it, including on, I swear I had it on a brownie initially, but I'm not seeing that on their recipe.
I don't remember that.
It was like
I think you dreamed about that.
I think I made up the truth that time. It's like a small rectangular brownie, or was, with the gray stuff that they like piped on it in front of you. The recipe that I'm going to share with you has it on like a scalloped cookie, presumably a sugar cookie, or chocolate sponge cake. And I know they currently serve it in a white chocolate chip cup. That's to say, like a cup made of white chocolate that is shaped like the character Chip from Beauty and the Beast.
White chocolate chip, I get it.
I don't think that's like a thing. I just said it like that. And it's filled with the gray stuff, and you eat it like mousse. So we're going to recreate this, and I am notorious for not following the recipe, for trying to healthify it. And in this case, I'm going to not. However, I do want.
Wait, we're not following the recipe, or we're not healthifying it? We're like actually going to follow the recipe.
No, we're going to follow
full fat.
We're going to follow the recipe. I'm going to make one. We're going to do a little trial. We'll see. Okay, so first to start out with, I am going to share this I got this recipe. I should say I have found many versions of the gray stuff online. I'm really gray, aren't I?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm like a vision in gray. I'm wearing Mickey Mouse pants though, but they're also gray.
Well, we're making the gray stuff. It's appropriate.
Oh my gosh, it is! You're so right! Focus. Okay, so there's many versions of this recipe online. Most are very, very similar. The one that I'm using is from family.disney.com. We'll link it down below, and by we, I mean
we will.
I don't know how to do any of that. I just talk. So that's what I'm going to be using now. So for this recipe, you will need 1.5 cups of milk, 15 cookies and cream sandwiches, or 15 Oreos, 8 ounces of whipped topping, 3.4 ounces of instant vanilla pudding mix, 1 tablespoon of instant chocolate pudding mix, and crispy pearl candies for garnish. I have read in instant pudding before, or in pudding, I can't remember if it's instant or cooking syrup, that you cannot use soy milk because it won't set up. I normally drink like cashew milk. I don't know what you drink. I don't even pay attention. Do you drink cow's milk?
Yeah, cow's milk, Fairlife.
Okay, well,
That's
but this, I got
what
this.
we're using today.
I use I got a smaller container of this because I've tried this and it has not worked in the past when you try to use almond or soy milk where it doesn't set up. So I got a special container of milk for this purpose, and I got 2%. So, we should also mention the vanilla pudding. I was asking, should we get French vanilla or regular vanilla?
It's a French recipe.
Right. Is it a French recipe?
The gray stuff?
It's a recipe set in
The gray stuff?
It's delicious. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes.
I don't know. Beauty and the Beast is set in France.
So
French vanilla it is.
I went with it. Right. Okay, so let's see. I've never made this before. So let's see how it goes. So the first step, we have to work on crushing the Oreos and the pudding. So you want to take...
Give me a job.
Okay. Take out the top twirly part of there, and then put 15 chocolate sandwich cookies.
15?
Yes.
I don't have to like separate these or anything, do I?
They didn't in the videos that I watched.
Yeah, I'm gonna need scissors. Oh wait, no, there's a thing. Lip.
Normally if I were making this, when I say healthify, I would scrape out the middle. I'm not going to, I don't like this anyway, but whatever. Okay, so.
All right, 15 you said?
Yes, and I'm going to
And now we just chop these up.
And, oh no, I'm getting all excited.
I'm ready to go.
So now I'm going to attempt to whisk and plug my ears while you mix those up. Go.
How fine do you want them?
Fine.
Like super fine? Finer than that.
Yeah. That is.
How's that?
I think that's good.
Okay.
Wait. One more. Good. Okay. So
Really not loud.
for the pudding, I have very sensitive hearing. For the pudding, it just says mix until smooth. It does
Should we
not.
show the camera here what we got? Show the consistency.
See, there's chunks. We have chunkage. Look at this. You can still read the word Oreo.
Give me that.
But,
Perfect.
oh, but
All right.
we need another zip. Another zip as well. You have it related.
Oh. Well, now it's. Oh, that way.
Go.
That looks good.
Okay. So for the pudding, it just said mix till smooth, not until set. No, now it's set. Okay, it'll be
Okay.
fine.
So here, let's show the camera what we got. So we got, grab this. So we got some chopped Oreos, pudding.
That's it. Okay, now it says add pureed cookies to the original mix, and then stir with a spoon until ingredients are fully mixed.
Add pureed cookies into,
It says the original mix, so I would presume this.
really?
Well,
How
all
is this gonna make gray stuff?
It
I'm
says-
confused.
pour 1.5 cups of milk into a mixing bowl. Add the vanilla pudding and mix. I did that over for whatever. Take 15 cookie sandwiches, place them in the food processor period until cookies are finely ground. Add the cookies to the original mix. Pudding mix, I'm assuming is what they mean, so put that in there.
Oh,
We're just gonna do it. I mean, just
this doesn't seem like it would make
go big or go home.
what we had at. So
Well, there's more steps.
here we are.
Okay, put that
We're
in
mixing
there.
this together, or?
No, with a spoon. It's a spoon. You can't not obey. Like, who knows what will happen? I'll use this. Okay, so
Okay.
we are spoon mixing. It's like dirt cake.
I know. I'm confused at this point because the gray stuff is definitely like smooth. I never thought it had ground up Oreos in it.
That's why they're like very finely ground up.
Oh, maybe I should have ground them up even more. Oh, look, it's turning gray. Well, since when do brown and yellow make gray?
Okay, so now the next step, it says, okay, here's gonna be a thing. This is where I wanted to modify. It said, the recipe says 8 ounces of whipped topping. The recipe says
We've
eight-
never used two cameras before. This is gonna be hilarious.
This
like
is super fancy.
Yeah.
So the recipe says
two iPhones, super fancy.
all recipes say 8 ounces of whipped topping. Cool lip. None of them have said to use real whipped cream, but I did want to try with whipped cream, so I thought I would do half Cool Whip, half whipped cream, and then we would
So you
like
are
try both
modifying.
and then mix.
Okay. All right, let's try it.
Okay, you have to sound so skeptical as though like something really bad will happen if
I'm
we-
building suspense.
I don't think that works. when
Stay
you're
tuned
baking.
to see what happens next.
Okay, so is this, so it says 8 ounces of whipped topping. This is 8 ounces, so we need exactly half of this. And then, I have an idea, because I want to make sure I have the right amount. I mean, I feel like,
We're breaking out the scale.
okay, so let's change it to ounces. There we go. Okay, so oh dear. So the container, that makes sense. So I will measure. So we'll put this into a secondary bowl. And because it's partially still frozen, this will work. So I want 4 ounces of this, and then I'm gonna make 4 ounces of real whipped cream, and we're going to try them. You can microwave Cool Whip. We just bought this, so it's still pretty frozen. But I would like to avoid that if possible. I don't know why, but I have a tendency to over microwave it and then it melts. 3.1 ounces. 3.5. Come on, we're almost there. This is suspense. 4. Okay. So you can take that off. Oh my God, it's 4. It'll be fine.
Oh, it's 4.1.
Now they should have an ad commercial.
Yes. How much do you want to bet YouTube put a ad right there?
You can put that in the dishwasher, please. Okay. So I'm going to put the Cool Whip back in the freezer. Now I need 4 ounces. Okay, I have a really dumb question. Don't judge me.
I won't.
I'm talking to them.
They might.
Don't judge me. In its liquefied state, does it weigh the same as when it's whipped? You're adding air, but you're not taking away from the liquid. So I would think it would be the same.
I would think it would be the same.
Okay, so I don't know why it would possibly be different. So I'm going to make my own whipped cream. I have heavy whipping cream here, and I will use, throw that away please, 4 ounces of this, and I'll just measure 4 ounces. I zeroed out the scale. Oh my gosh, I panicked. Time out.
You got a whole extra ounce there.
I know, I panicked. Julia Child never had to deal with stuff like this.
Look at that. Thinking on your feet.
I'm hoping it remembers the weight of the, okay, well,
One more.
weight of the scale. Good enough.
Right.
Okay. So, you can whip that. Plug her in and whip.
Plug her in and whip.
Hold it at an angle so that you have more to work with.
Okay. I've never once used our mixer. Yeah, I don't think they have.
We got it for my shower before we got married.
So this thing is over 10
Over
years
10
old.
years old.
I've never used it. Not a baker.
So we're gonna keep that separate.
It's pretty similar to the consistency of the Cool Whip.
Now,
Show ya. Here's you got the Cool Whip and my whipped cream.
now we're not adding any sugar or any kind of flavoring to this, whereas Cool Whip, I think, does tend to
Has
have
sugar in
other
it?
flavors let's see. In addition to the oil, it has, yes, it does have corn syrup and high fructose corn syrup in it. Do you think for the sake of, does it have vanilla? It doesn't say. Well, I mean, that was like a rhetorical question. I wasn't expecting you to know. Do you feel as though we should sweeten it in some way or leave it unsweetened because the cookies and the pudding have nothing?
Yeah, leave it.
Okay, so,
I'm very concerned about our gray stuff here. That is not.
Not what I was expecting.
okay, so
All
in
right,
the
what do we
recipe,
do next?
we would just have 8 ounces of Cool Whip and then gently mix it in with our Oreos and vanilla pudding mixture, and then add in a tablespoon of the chocolate pudding. But because I want to kind of like try and experiment here, I'm going to add the tablespoon of chocolate pudding mix to the vanilla and Oreo mixture first. So mix that in.
Okay, looks good.
Okay, so now
Here's what we
I-
got.
pretty smooth.
Yep.
Okay, so I am going to just eyeball it and put half into each of these two mixtures so that we can try it out and see if they taste any different at this point. And then I'm just gonna mix them together. But I just wanted to try this.
Now I'm looking ahead. It says that once you do this, you are supposed to put it in like a piping bag and then you like
That's
pipe it
for
to serve
decoration
it.
purposes.
We're not doing that tonight.
Oh no, we are.
You have a piping bag?
Yeah, I took it out before.
Oh. Okay, so we're mixing these now.
So I would use
You just use a spoon or something?
I would use one of the small spatulas behind me.
This guy?
Well, let's,
You can use a
Do they look-
spatula to clean out that bowl.
yeah, I'm going to. Do they look even?
Yeah.
And then you can scoop that out and put it into one of them. I don't care which. Surprise me.
Yeah, a little bit in each, keep it even.
Yes, I got this piping bag from my grandma, and I don't remember if I got it before or after she died, but one of the two, obviously.
Mix this up. So this is the Cool Whip one in the glass bowl.
Oh, gently! Oh my goodness! Oh, we need to calm down. This is a
Folding
yes.
situation.
You are incorporating air. Oh my God, we're gonna get arrested.
Sorry. Get arrested.
I don't know. We've never made this before. We don't know what the consequences will be.
Alright, so we're folding it in.
Oh, we were just so vigorous.
Yeah, looks good. It's looking alright. What?
You're still stirring.
No, I'm folding.
There was a stir. I blatantly saw a stir.
You can't be here all night when nothing is happening.
It doesn't matter. It's for the sake of the gray stuff. If you're gonna stir like that, you're gonna have to do it in the bathroom or something, so I can't see.
You want me to make our food in the bathroom?
Well, use this bathroom. We don't use it that often.
Alright. Mine's pretty well. Alright, a little bit more. Let's take a look here.
So
Here's what I
I'm
got.
presuming the
The gray
difference
stuff.
in color is because they probably weren't exactly even.
Mm-hmm. Mine is kind of gray, but also kind of brown.
Well, and that's how it is though at the restaurant. Mine's
It's a little
darker,
darker.
probably because I had extra chocolate pudding mixture in this one.
This is pretty close to what you get at
Beer guest.
Be Our Guest. I don't
Okay,
know why I couldn't think of that.
so let's try.
What, are we sampling?
Yes, before I mix them together.
How is it?
Sample.
I don't have a preference.
I don't think you can tell that
No.
this one is fresh whipped cream.
No.
So
This one is
unless
denser.
well, but that could also be because of the extra chocolate cookies.
And you accuse me of stirring too vigorously. Mine is light and airy.
So my recommendation is
Is it all gonna fit in that bowl? Yeah, probably will. Go for it.
I had that bigger bowl there that I got out for that reason. We want to dirty as many dishes as
Let's dirty an
possible.
extra dish.
Okay, so having tried both kinds now, my recommendation would be don't go to the hassle of making fresh whipped cream if it is just for the sake of flavor, because you're not going to tell the difference.
No. Alright.
If you have like a strong preference for dietary reasons, then go for it. it doesn't
Is
taste
there-
worse.
Dietary reason? Well, you said added sugar or whatever.
Or calories, or like you don't want like some people are careful about the hydrogenated oils or
Oh, really?
and high fructose, whatever it is.
I don't know. I feel like when you're eating something called the gray stuff, you can't be too picky.
I'm trying to be inclusive.
It's very nice of you. Here, you can really see the color difference here. Mix it together.
Now, the color, I think, is very much what you get at the restaurant at this point.
Let's look at the picture online.
Oh,
Yeah.
an Oreo chunk. Oh.
So here's
Well, but that picture also is
here's the picture we're going.
not at Be Our Guest.
There we go. Here's the picture we're going for from Disney Family, but this is the recipe we're working
Yes,
from.
yes.
And here's ours.
So it looks good.
I think so.
Okay, so the next point, or I should say the next thing we're going to do is stick this in the fridge. According to the recipe, we are supposed to let it chill in the fridge for how long to set?
Chill to thicken. That's all it says.
Okay.
Can't we just eat it now?
Well, I mean, you could if
It's
you're
pretty
gonna
thick.
eat it like mousse. However, I want to try it in the different ways that they do at Disney. So what we're going to do is, can you grab a lid for this? Stick this in the fridge while I make my semi-homemade, as Sanjali would call it. I have like brownies in a boxed cake mix and like the cookies that you buy in the refrigerated section, then you just have to bake them. Because it's like almost 9:30 at night and we have to work tomorrow. So I'm going that route just so that we can try it. But personally, I think I'm going to prefer just eating it plain, but I want to try it out. So we will be back after those things are ready and this has chilled in the fridge for a while. Okay, so we have most of our baked goods done. It's like 10:30, so I'm trying to wrap this up. But the cake, I made I used a mini muffin tin and I made half a batch of brownies and half a batch of chocolate cake. And the brownies are cooling. I stuck them in the fridge so that they come out of the pan in one piece. But I have the cake, mini cupcakes done, and then I just have the gray stuff as mousse. I did try some of the candy pearls and they're definitely not the same as what they have at Be Our Guest. Those are like really light and crispy and these are hard, like they're hard candies. So I don't care for them and that's not going to be authentic, but I wanted to put them on for the sake of the picture.
Are we having them?
Cheers.
Ooh.
I mean,
Oh, I don't mind the little pearls. This is amazing.
I think they're so hard though.
Very good.
I've never had it on chocolate cake before. When I had it on a brownie. I just don't like how hard the pearls are.
I give it an A.
We have to grade food in my family for whatever reason. So he gives it an A. Let's try the mousse. I wish I had
Here, I'll stand this side.
I wish I'd had a white one of these little bowls, but I didn't. I'm totally fine eating it plain, and I don't think that's weird because it's primarily
No,
pudding.
It's very good. Well, and Oreos.
And whipped cream. The pearls are too hard. But that aside, it's very good. Do you think it tastes like the one at the restaurant? I haven't eaten the one at the restaurant in a while, but from what I recall,
It sparked memories.
yes. It's
Yep.
very Oreo-y.
It is.
I don't think you taste the chocolate pudding. I feel like the only reason it's in there is for color. Do you taste chocolate pudding at all?
I actually taste vanilla pudding more than I taste chocolate pudding.
Well, and that makes sense because I put 3.4 ounces of vanilla pudding in 1 tablespoon, which is like not even a quarter of a package of chocolate pudding. You can have the rest. So yeah, it makes sense that you would taste more of the vanilla pudding. I maintain that I don't think you can taste, or we couldn't before you mix them together. I don't think you can taste the difference between the one made with Cool Whip versus the one made with fresh whipped cream. I think with all of the other artificial flavors in there and the Oreos, and unless you're gonna go like really all natural in that regard and making like all natural pudding, save yourself the trouble and just use Cool Whip.
Very good.
It is very good. I do still want to try it on the brownie bites and on the cookies, and hopefully those will be done any second now. So these are the brownie bites that I made in a mini muffin pan with the gray stuff on it. So let's try these and see how they are.
Very good.
Is there anybody who doesn't prefer brownie to cake though? I mean, it's warm. A warm brownie is infinitely better than warm cake, regardless of what you put on it.
I'm kind of excited for the warm cookie.
But I will say it's still cooling.
They're good enough. What were you gonna say?
If you make brownies in a muffin pan, you get all edges, which we both prefer. They do have a special pan where they make all edges, but I don't have one of those. And I want to do it this way because they just would cook faster, or bake faster. Out of the two, out of the cake, actually the three, the cake, eating it plain like as a mousse, and on brownies, which do you prefer?
Well, I prefer brownies to cake. So brownies went over cake. I actually kind of like the mousse.
Of those three, I think cake is my third place. I mean, it's not bad, but I think the brownie is my favorite and mousse second place. They're all edges. I didn't have any liner bags for my piping bags, so I just had to use a Ziploc bag, and I'm like, well, I might as well. I'm still using the same tip. Like, well, I might as well just not even bother using the outer part.
You can have the first bite.
So the recipe called for a scalloped cookie. I felt as though that would not make a difference in the taste.
What does that even mean?
Like, it's like a flower, like the edges are scalloped like that.
It's all about presentation.
So this is just like Pillsbury pre-made cookie that you take out of a bag and slap it on a pan. And I burned myself.
Yeah, you did. There's a mark.
Do you think I should not go to work tomorrow? Okay, I'm going to try it on a cookie now. I've never had it on a cookie. I'm going to have another bite of it on a cookie.
What do you think?
It's amazing. That might be better than the brownie.
Yeah.
Now we need to share another.
The brownie's just the brownie's just a lot of chocolate.
I mean,
There's like two different kinds of chocolate.
I am not gonna say it's too much chocolate because that's blasphemy. But it's like a reverse rose. Something about this, perhaps the fact that it was less work,
Oh my gosh.
is better than the brownie.
I need milk.
This is really good. Skip the cake. Eat it plain, on a sugar cookie, or on a brownie. And it's weird because, like, you would never think to put vanilla pudding on an Oreo.
No.
But I mean, that's like essentially what it is. I don't think I've ever been thirstier in my entire life.
I need milk.
I need a napkin. Okay, so that is the recipe for the gray stuff that I got from the Disney Family website. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let us know in the comments below if you have any anything that you want us to try making, any Disney recipes you want us to try making. I already have a couple of votes for a Dole Whip, so we'll see if that pans out. I have a bunch of things
How are we
listed.
supposed to make a Dole Whip? Don't you need like an ice cream maker? We don't have that.
We'll soldier on.
Okay.
We'll see. But if you have any Disney foods that you want us to try and recreate, not a turkey leg. That's really not reasonable. I'm not going to make a turkey leg, but
Churros?
don't give them ideas. Not a bad idea. But yes, if you have any other Disney foods you guys want us to try and make, please let us know in the comment section below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and your enemies. And we will see you next time. Bye, guys.